It seems hard to believe, but it was 2 years ago today that hundreds of people came forward at the end of our service and they laid their offerings and their 3-year commitment cards on the altar in an emphasis that we called Greater Vision. It was also a day where our church gave more to missions than at any other time, with $195,000 given to our Lottie Moon Christmas offering. So much has happened since that important day. For one thing, we completely remodeled our worship center on Fruitvale Avenue. For months as we were remodeling, we worshiped in a tent. Do you remember the tent? I certainly do. In fact, I remember every time it rained that winter and that spring. But now all of that just seems like a distant memory, as every week we enjoy worshiping together in what seems to be a brand new worship center. By far the most important thing that has happened is the Olive Drive campus. Our gifts allowed us to purchase this campus, but so much more. Beginning with trimming the trees, bringing the grass back to life, re-roofing buildings, remodeling many of the buildings. But the greatest story is lives that have been changed. More than 50 people have now been baptized on this campus. 350 people or so meet every week as part of Valley's family worshiping on this campus. There are 12 adult life groups, numerous children's classes. We've used the building now many, many times for community events. The largest, I guess, was our fall festival with somewhere between 4,000 and 5,000 people on this campus. God has greatly blessed us, but God is not finished. Beginning sometime in February, we're going to start a brand new worship service on this campus. It'll be at 8 o'clock on Sunday mornings. The message will be the same. In fact, there'll be a live video feed from our Fruitvale campus on the screen as far as the sermon. But the worship will be different here. It'll be more traditional. We'll sing hymns. We might sing an occasional old Bill Gaither chorus. But the worship is going to be led by John Gage. He was on our staff for 17 years and then retired. Well, he's coming out of retirement to help start this traditional service. I'm looking forward to us being able to sing these old songs and the richness of the theological tradition of hymns. So you be praying about whether you want to be a part of this brand new chapter in the story of Valley Baptist Church. One of the most important aspects of Valley Baptist Church has always been our Sunday school or our life group ministry. We believe it's important for people not only to connect to God in worship, but to connect to one another in a sense of community. So when we start this new worship service, we're also going to try to start 10 new life groups. So be thinking about that and praying about that. You're going to have an opportunity to sign up to be a part of this new traditional service, but also to sign up to be a part of a brand new life group. Now, of course, we're going to need 10 new life group teachers. So we've got some people in mind, but don't wait for us to draft you. Just turn yourself in. Volunteer and say, God is calling me to be a part of this important ministry. So this is a time for us to all be praying about the future of our church. And you're going to hear a lot more about this in the days ahead. Whenever we start something new like this traditional service, there's always some that are concerned that that's going to create a lack of unity in the church if we worship differently or meet in a different location. But that's kind of to confuse unity with uniformity. We don't all have to be alike. We don't all have to worship alike. In fact, unity is really found often in diversity. And we're very diverse as a congregation. We're diverse in our age demographic. We're now diverse ethnically. We have an Arabic church, we have a Filipino congregation, we have 2 Spanish-speaking congregations on 2 different campuses. We have our Set Free ministry for people off the street and out of the drug culture. Our Sunday school classes are so different. Our life groups, some it's an hour-long lecture, others are all about discussion. What creates unity is our mission. And we have one mission, and that is the gospel. And the gospel is all about Jesus. We're starting this traditional service because of the gospel. It's not just about people being able to sing the songs that they prefer. We've discovered through the years that when we send people out to start a new ministry, that within months, we have the same amount of people in attendance. I know it doesn't make sense that you send out 200 people and a few months later you have the same amount of people. I call that missionary math. That when people are on mission for God, He just blesses a church like that. For instance, this past year, for the first time in the history of our church, we've averaged over 4,000 people in attendance every Sunday. People are hearing the gospel. Lives are being changed. So God bless all of you that are giving to the greater vision emphasis. We really have become one church in two locations.